Right, hello and welcome back to another Age of Mythology. This will be the last one for the China DLC. I'm going to try to smash out a bunch of the Greek ones, try to get that one done because we're still got the Vikings and the other one. I can't remember what the other one's called anymore. But so we're going to smash this one out. It is a little bit longer episode. So because with it being the last mission, so I'm gonna be quiet, let this go through, and hope you enjoy.
It does not matter that you restored the pillars. I have Xiaoli now, and we will rule the Celestial Court together. Behold, Chiyou, a god under my control.
Yan Feifeng, I feared you would not return.
We have our greatest battle ahead.
And we do not fight alone. Together we will win.
I will find this Wang Xiaowu and pull his head off.
Right, I've got a few questions, right? Because I've seen this cutscene a few times now. Because I tried to complete this twice and failed. And then I've recorded all 3 attempts when I was ill.
Yes. The stakes are so
But
great.
I remember the episode before, the mission before this.
We must send our
Where's the...
to empower the Titan Gate and summon Shi.
What does the Egyptian do?
Look, Itri and I will delay Chiu for as long as we can.
Because we got Ajax, we got the 2 dwarves, but we do not have any. We don't have any of the guys. No, it wasn't until later on in this episode that I do realize that I can speed up this construction if I send people to build. Now, I roughly know where a lot of things are because, like I said, I failed doing this mission twice. So I managed to roughly figure out where everything is from the 2 times that I failed. But it still takes a little bit really to get everything done. Now, I spoke about this a few times when I was ill, right, recording, so I'm not entirely sure of what I actually spoke about. So, I want to speak about a few things that I've actually got written down. And those are, I will going to be speaking a little bit about Asmongold, right, and Tecton, because they were the reason why I found out. And a few other people, to be fair. I think I even spoke about a lot of the people. It was either in this episode, right, or it was in a previous episode that I spoke about a lot of people, right, that I am currently enjoying right on YouTube. That I started to watch and chat. And it's helped us kind of open up my eyes a little bit. By all means, like, Asmongold is probably more neutral, even though everybody thinks Freddy's more right-winged. But I enjoy him, right, because this commentary rate is just fucking funny, right? I've only recently just started watching Tecton. I've started watching Legal Mindset. which I am fully enjoying that one. That one's a surprisingly good watch. Do apologize about this. It's the Smash JT, Benny Johnson. It's like I watched Smash GT. Right, I think just because of the drama that he's currently having. Now I really don't like recording me voice and all that, and like the commentary right over everything, because I don't know I can't remember what I was thinking, because I recorded this on the 14th and I am currently editing this on the 18th. Yeah, I recorded this Sunday night. This is now Thursday morning. I can't remember what I did then. I was ill, right? You gotta remember that. I was ill. Actually, that wasn't even Sunday night, that was Sunday morning. It was like 2 o'clock Sunday morning that I recorded this footage. So I'd probably been working on this right for about like a few hours. Oh, bloody hell, man. Right, but I think we're roughly at the right time. Yeah, give or take. Right, so gonna speak a little bit about Aspen Goldstad, right? Because there is a lassie that is suing Smash JT. I swear that's his name anyway. But I'm suing him because of some fucking crazy shite. So she decided to throw some hatred and all that right out towards Asmongold, as Asmongold is spending time off to look after his dad, because his dad's very ill. Like one of the stories, right, that I heard him mention was the fact that
Come on, you overgrown bull. I've defeated
he
many of you before.
slept on the ground right next to his dad's bed to make sure that his dad was okay. He didn't know if his dad was going to be okay, so he slept on the floor next to his dad. Now, me personally, I can't be mad with anybody who's like that, because they're doing something that is what you should do, right? No matter what anybody sees, right? To me, that is what you should do, right? If somebody's ill, you should look after them, right? Especially if they are an important person, like Asmongold's dad is to him. But he's taking a break, and then this Melissa McCarthy and McCanfy, right, or whatever the fuck her name is, decides to attack Asmongold because he's not streaming at the moment. Ugh, do apologise. No, because he's not streaming, so she decided to attack him and all that, right? And I think, if I remember the video correctly, it has been a little bit since I've watched this video, so it could be wrong, but the way that she was making it seem like, pardon me, Asmongold's taking time off, which is good because it'll make him lose followers. It was either that or, you know, I think I lost right to Ajax and then I found him in this point. And honestly, this fucking country was a pain in me fucking ass. But yeah, so she started shitting on like Asmongold right on his dad, and I was like, look, that's in my eyes, right, that's a no-go, right? You didn't bring people's fucking dads right into this shit. Like, that must just be a me thing, considering I thought that was a normal thing, but apparently it's not. apparently I'm a psycho for thinking that you shouldn't really bring people's families in. It's the same with when people were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. I think they still are. A lot of people started friending their families. And I was like, yeah, look, no. By all means, I might not agree with the fact, right, that they are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Never knew the man, but I liked him. I liked what he was doing, even if some people don't like it. Me personally, I enjoyed it. Right? I especially enjoyed, right, is videos, right, that I would see where he would sit down and he would have a discussion, right, with you sit down and you have a discussion, right, with left-leaning people and all that. See if you could change their mind. If you couldn't, right, you would see, right, if the information that they had was true, and if it was true, you would acknowledge it, right? Because there was quite a few times where they'd see him acknowledge, right, what the left was saying. But yeah, no. So it's like when he died, yes, everybody was upset, but I do not agree with the fact that a lot of people were trying to push for violence against the family members of the assassin that killed Kirk, right? And people celebrating Kirk's death. Just I don't think that's right. I really don't. So it's like I don't agree with people attacking like people's families. Like that should be one of the few things that is a no-go in my book, anyway. But I know. So me personally, I hope Asmin Gold's their dad is fine and gets better. And if he does, that is great, right? But just don't go attacking people's families. Like that is a low blow, right? Then let's see what else. Oh yeah. Very rarely are people actually talking about this fucking Ukrainian, right, lassie that got stabbed right on the fucking on the train or the bus right in America, without trying to make it seem like it's a fucking medical issue. I was like, I'm sorry, right, but the guy, right, had a chance to sit down and stop. The guy was already sat behind her. She sat down thinking nothing of it. I mean, I don't think she knew that she died or she got stabbed until the very fucking end. You could see the fucking pain right in the fucking fear right in her eyes when you watch the fucking video. You see her sobbing. And people are trying to make the gentleman the victim. I was like, I'm sorry, that's wrong, right, in my books, right? It doesn't matter how much of a victim he might be. You don't make the guy, right, that stabbed the defenseless lassie right on the bus, not the train, the victim. And then some fucker right created a GoFundMe for him. Like, what the fuck was that shit? Like, that was the stupidest thing I think I've seen. Like, fact that somebody created a fucking GoFundMe for this prick. Oh, what else? No, but apparently that lassie wasn't even the only Ukrainian refugee that has had something great horrible happen to her. Right? Now, these are other examples, right, though, not examples, I'm going to say it, right, but information, I'm going to say, aren't from America. One of them from Germany and one of them from Paris, right? I can't remember what video I saw it in, right, but I did research it, right, and I did find, right, the news articles themselves. I just can't remember exactly whereabouts this news article was that I found these.
Head off for me, will you?
Do apologise. Yeah, but no. So there was a young lassie that got assaulted, and it pretty much it would have been an episode right on Law and Order Special Victims Unit, pretty much. That it was the seriousness right of the crime, and this was done by asylum seeker, right? I can't remember from whereabouts this asylum seeker was from, but it was an asylum seeker. And I love how they get fancy words like asylum seekers, right? And that one was in Paris, and it happened in front of the Eiffel Tower. Great, isn't it? And then the one that happened in Germany, I think Germany one is the worst one, right? A 16-year-old female Ukrainian refugee got pushed in front of a train by, I think this one was an Iranian asylum seeker. I think the other one was a Libyan one. I can't quite remember. It's been about over a week right since I've read the news articles. That is very hard right to find, because nobody wants to report on these things, because nobody wants this to be seen as racist or stuff like that. So yeah, no, so I was but like this lassie, she ended, the 16-year-old Ukrainian refugee, right, got pushed in front of a train by an Iranian bloody fucking asylum seeker. So I'm sure pretty much enough of words. That means illegal, right? But yeah, it was fucking insane, right? And she died from the wounds that she received, which is understandable. She got hit by a fucking train, right? And I'm pretty sure in one of the articles, right, there was footage, right, like video surveillance footage, right, of the thing, and you can clearly see her being pushed, right? So it's still fucking horrible. But yeah, no, like nobody reports on these because they don't want to be seen as racist, which I think is what is wrong with the world. The world is so caught up on trying not to seem racist that they seem more racist right than ever. I know this doesn't really make sense. Just think about it, right? If you're so hooked on with the fact, right, that you don't want to be racist, right, and you're trying your hardest not to be racist, you're trying not to drop rate, race, religion, anything like that, right? You've stayed away from it as much as fucking possible. Like, you refuse to state, oh, a killer's black or a killer's, well, they never refrain right from saying right that a killer's right fucking white. Right, they'll always let you know if a killer's white. They'll never let you know right if the killer's black or if it's someone right from like a Muslim nation, right? Now, by all means, I do slightly understand right certain effects, like especially somebody right from like a Muslim right like country, or because everybody still sees anybody right that's from a Muslim country as a terrorist, which is very bad, very fucking bad. But everybody still sees it like that, right? And it's unfortunate, but that is how it is. So they don't really want to. They don't really want to really see it that way, right? Which I understand, right? But for them, the fact, right, that nobody really wants to report on these things. It was like up until recently, I didn't realize, right, that France was having riots again because the French right government right are trying to hide it still. we all know it's happening. Just accept that it's happening, right? Well, we don't all know that's happening. I think that's the problem. Nobody knows what's fucking happening. But apparently, this riots, right, burnt down a Korean cafe or restaurant, right, that had been there, right, owned by Koreans and all that, been there for fucking years. Burned it down because the current government was busy. I think they were busy talking right about what they were going to be doing, right, with all the illegal immigrants, right, and all that in the country. I think, if I'm remembering the story correctly, it's been a little while since I've listened to it, that was the case, and throughout the entire French fucking riots, right, that I have seen, it has not been your average day fucking French people. It has always been people that shouldn't be there, right, that have came across illegally, right? Now, I'm not saying it was all done by them, but a lot of them was done by them, and it is a bit of a shame, right? Because once again, not everybody is like that, right? Not everybody is like that. A handful are, but not everybody. And unfortunately, with the way, right, that everything is going, it doesn't matter, right, if it's one bad person, right? Nobody wants to say that it's just this one bad person was a Muslim from fucking Iran, right, or Libya, right, or Syria, right, or something, right? Nobody wants to say that because you think Muslim, especially over, right, in the Western countries, you think terrorist, right? That is the tops and downs, right, of it. You hear Muslim, you think terrorist. You hear that from the Middle East, you think terrorist. There's no help in it, right? That is what you think. And unfortunately, it is due to the few bad apples that have came right from over in these parts. That is all. If didn't have these few bad apples, you'd be fine. The same with the police. Over in America, definitely. If you didn't have those one or two bad apples, you'd be fine. You wouldn't be hearing so much about all this crazy shit that's happening, right? Like, there probably wouldn't have been those BLM riots that didn't do anything for the black community. Like, legit. The things, right, that they were meant to do. Oh, yes. My dude. Aye, legit. The organisation, because I didn't realise the BLM, right, was an organisation. I just thought it was a movement, right? I just thought it was the name, right, of their movement and stuff like that. I thought that was it. No, apparently BLM was an organisation, and they practically stole fucking money. Like, she was the person who was in charge of it. She was stealing more money. She was stealing fucking money right from the company, right, fucking left, right, and centre. They were buying fucking houses that they didn't need to buy. A lot of them I had to turn into fucking welfare centres, right? But legit, she was paying a brother and a husband, I think it was. I think she was paying her husband, right, for technical support, and then making it seem like they were fucking paying a husband, right, or because I know they were paying a brother as well. I think a brother was paid, right, for fucking security. And legit, this fucker was getting paid, right, amount of security if this fucker was a celebrity bodyguard. Right? Legit. If this fucker was a celebrity bodyguard, I'd understand for how much she was charging. No. Everyday average fucking Joe. Right? I don't even know if he had his fucking security license, right? So if he did, and he did have the requirements for it to be able to charge that much, by all means, totally fucking understand it. But it was just insane money. It was like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't double fig. If it wasn't like a few thousand a fucking month, right? If it wasn't like 10,000 plus for in a month, it was kind of, it could have been quite close, right, to potentially the fucking like 100 grand a month. I can't remember. I had searched all this up, right, and I searched and I found, right, this information on multiple different websites. So no, this information solid. But this lassie, she was the CEO. She ended up dropping out because of the backlash she was getting, right, from buying all these expensive houses. She bought a creator house, right, which I think had like 8 to 9 bedrooms in the middle, right, of fucking LA. I was like, that is fucking insane, my friend. Fucking insane. But apparently that's normal. But yeah, like at this point, I am going to fast forward a moment. Well, I'm gonna fast forward this bit because there is a lot of parts right here that I'm just going to be speaking over. So I will be back in a minute. We'll be speaking right through this time lapse. I've just got to sort stuff out. Right, didn't fast forward, as you can tell. Really, I have skipped. So yeah, no. So welcome back. I spent a good 20 minutes, well, 10, maybe 15 minutes, trying to go through the bottom part, right, in that corner over there, right, of the map, of the mini-map, which I am so glad that is back right in this fucking episode, because it was a pain in the fucking ass right in the other ones. But yeah, I tried to go down there, but there's a giant rock, which you will see coming up. But I end up having these guys reach this point. I do lose a lot of fucking units here. I just lose a lot of people because gotta break through the towers, gotta break through all the people coming in. They've got places fucking everywhere. Right. Let's see. No, I think I really spoke about most of the other things right during the stream, I believe. If not, I'm going to quickly go over it, right? So far, right, I have not seen the right take any massive punishment against the left for celebrating Kirk's death, other than a lot of people reporting to people's property, people's jobs and all that, to get them fired. Where the left is killing people. Like, by all means, there was that trans killer, well, trans shooter back in the back about a month ago, maybe less, who in the manifesto said that they hated the fact that they got brainwashed by the left, and all that I went through, and then they were scared of coming out, because if they came out, it means that they would have proven to the man that the man was right, that they shouldn't have went and got it because they believed that the man was very judgment, and the man worked at this church that they went and shut up. Right? Now, by all means, it is a shame of what happened, right? And it's a shame that person felt that way. But the biggest shame is the fact, right, that the guy, right, thought his only way to do this was to go around and kill a bunch of young kids. I think it was like the first week back in school when this happened. It was like, yeah, my friend, I feel sorry for you for what has happened, but in this situation, you are not the victim, right? And then what was the biggest concern people were having? Biggest concern people were having was the fact that people were misidentifying the gender rate of the trans person. I'm not entirely sure what it was, considering I was under the assumption said trans person re-announced their transitioning and hated the fact that they transitioned, right? So I believe they biologically were a boy and then transitioned into a girl, so they were going back to their roots, right, of being a boy. I think I could be entirely wrong here, because it's been a little while, and this dude, right, in my eyes, was just as fucked up and as a freak rate as the rest of them, because by all means, he was a fucking freak, right, for what he had done. Right, that is all it is, right, in my eyes. Right, he was a freak because of what he done, right. Like, I'm pretty sure the few things, right, that are out of fucking balance, right, is kids and fucking, like, people when they're in front of their fucking family, right? Like, that is the only thing. But it is what it is, I guess. Am I happy with what has happened? No. Could things be better? Yes. Always could be better. The one thing that I did see on a day or two after Kirk's death, right, was like politicians right around the world, right? They tried it in America. I think they tried it over in some European country. I'm not sure what European country it was. I don't know if it was in the UK or if it was over in a different European country. But they tried to have a few moments of silence, right, and like silent prayers, right, for Charlie, right, like, and for his family. In the upcoming hard times, right, that they're going to face, right, without a fucking father. But liberals, right, or the lefts, because I think Charlie stated that not all liberals were leftists, right, and not all leftists were liberals, but most were. But he could tolerate people that were on the left. He could tolerate liberals, right, because liberals will come, sit down, have a conversation with you, everything will be fine. Leftists, right, would try to shut you up, right, and cancel you, right, before you even open up your mouth. Right? So he didn't really mind too much, right, about liberals, right? He would he was happy, right, to get liberals. But unfortunately, a handful of bad apples make everybody look wrong, right? And that's all it is. Handful of bad apples. Same with the police, same with anything, right? If you got somebody, right, that is a bad apple and it's causing fucking harm, doesn't matter what you try. Like, look at Germany at the current moment, right? Germany has got a bad rep because they've started 2 world wars, more or less. They didn't really start the First World War, right? that got started right by a fucking small country right over in the fucking Europe. But unfortunately, Germany got brought into it, and they kind of ended up being seen right as bad guys. World War II, they fully started that one, and then they had the guy called Hitler. Hitler ended up being a bad apple, I'll see. We'll see. But because of that one bad apple, Germany's got a reputation now, right? Same with the UK. We are ever seen as being posh, speaking like the Queen and James Bond, right, and all that, being very well spoken, or depending on whereabouts in the UK you're from, you will be seen as a scoundrel, hooligan, fucking scum. It's like, by all means, I live near the border of Scotland, right? And when Game of Thrones, right, was at its peak, everybody was loving our accents, right, because we sounded like everybody in Game of Thrones, especially right up in the north and all that. So it's like the Starks, the Boltons, right, stuff like that, right, the Wildmen. We were sounding like them because that's what they tried to base. Though that's where they got like a lot of people. It's like I constantly see somebody that was on Game of Thrones. I constantly see them when I'm at work. Baffles the fuck out of me every time I see it. Because I do not expect it. Who expects, right, to see, right, bloody somebody that's been on TV who gets photos when they go right to their friend's wedding, right, and all that. Like, it's fucking insane. But I'm not going to say right who it is. I'm not going to say right where I normally see them, because I'm not going to dox myself or dox them. But honestly, nicest fucker in the world, right? I see this stone here, the bottom corner of my screen there. I tried to go around that a bunch of times, didn't work. My bad. Yeah, but it is what it is, you know. I went on a tangent and I can't remember what I originally was talking about. How long left have I got? I've got about got a couple of more minutes. Yeah. Yeah, so this is this last episode. I was surprised by that break when I actually played it, because I thought I was going to have like another episode or two. But we don't. Yeah, the original episode was a lot better. There was a lot more interesting and all that, because I was recording it while I was playing it. Problem is, I was currently loaded with a cold. I have more or less got rid of the cold, so it's not too bad now. But at the time of recording this, which was about 4-5 days ago, I was so ill that all you could hear right from the recording was me sniffling, me coughing. Legit, I had a bin next to me computer desk that was just filled right with fucking tissues from it. It was like blowing my nose and shite. It's like I had a fucking really bad runny nose. But it's over. I am feeling so much fucking better. Yeah, I believe that there was another hole over here somewhere. But some reason, dragons attack like a wall when I told them to go and deal with stuff. Like, go and search. Like, I'm not entirely sure why it's doing this. See? This is when we get with fucking Pharaoh. It's like, why the fuck was he right at the very beginning though? Shouldn't he have came in through the fucking beginning? Like, legit. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else that I talked about. I actually can't think of anything else that I talked about. Especially with being like so fucking long ago. Yeah, so this one's done. Probably just in time for the Japanese one. There is a few extra things in Bannerlord that's coming out shortly, which is going to be interesting. But then I'm going to stop talking here and let you watch the last cutscene of this.
Huang Zhaowu, you were the Huangdi's greatest hero. Repent and seek forgiveness.
You still don't comprehend my power. I have eternal life. I cannot be killed. I am like a god. Nothing can stop me.
A god trap can.
My husband!
So, they will be together after all.
Yes, the gods have a purpose in all things. Even if it may not be clear to us, all must find peace in the mandate of heaven. Yan Fei Feng, Hou Yi, come and tell an old man of the adventures you have had.
It has been too long, friend.
So, what now, my friends? Where will your paths take you?
I will help Yan Fei Feng protect the god trap and restore peace to the realm.
And I will help Hou Yi defend the innocent and bring strength to those in need.
Shen Nong was most wise to bring you two together. Perhaps one day, both of you will serve the Huangdi at the Celestial Court.
What about you, Zhang Jie? Where will your path take you?
That is just the thing. Who can say? But as long as we walk our paths together, we are precisely where we should be.
Right, so that is the end of the episode. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Like I was saying just before the cutscene started, there have been a few interesting developments with the Bannerlord. The game itself, haven't started the series yet. I think I'm going to stream it and then let my friend cut it down into bite-sized videos for you, because he is very excited about the idea of it. So, without further ado, bye-bye!